Okay. Decent amount of anxiety in the world at the moment. So how do we fight anxiety? Deep breath, right? Finding the breath, drawing it in, pushing it out, trying to get that oxygen in there, trying to fight off any of that anxiety. How else? Lots of movement. So even like kind of to the point where almost we're exhausting the body. Other ways, meditation, sitting and learning about how the mind works, and seeing what our part in it is, and finding the breath, and finding if we need mantra. All these things that we're going to do tonight are all a part of that package. And again, it's Monday, and we're going to do the pivoting, and I am going to get started, and I'm going to be way back there. Let me let Joanne in, and then I'll come up closer when I'm working with depth of field here. Thank you for your patience and understanding, and let's stand, and I'll see you way back there, and I'll see you up here a little bit later. So once standing, oh, I should have left my glasses up here. Once standing, we're going to take the feet about the distance of the shoulders, and we're going to swing the arms forward. So go ahead just with that swinging forward. It's really trying to open up through the shoulders and finding that breath, which we're drawing in and pushing it out and holding the core. And then let's go the opposite direction, please. Excellent. Just a little, you can go a little bit easier on the opposite direction. Good. And then let's come across the front, switching which hand goes on top. And the breathing, by the way, the deep breathing that I spoke of, let's keep doing this one while I talk more, is drawing the breath in through the nose, pushing the breath out through the nose, and really experiencing the feeling and the sound of the breath and all of that stuff. Good, I'm gonna do this first part as the short man. So from here, let's put the hands on the hips, and we're gonna swing around a bit. It's kind of moving the hips. And right. And then the opposite direction, please. And you won't need to see my head all the time, which has been removed. But when it's important to see my head, I will make sure that it is seen. Let's step one foot over the other foot, and we're going to hang into a forward fold. Once forward folding, you could just really focus on, which is what I'm going to do, letting the back open. On every out breath, just letting it, the crown of the head drop. You could circle in the arms if you like. It's a nice shoulder joint movement. But just let the body drop down and hang. And this, like, continue with the deep breathing, drawing it in and pushing it out. Listening to the sound of the breath. Excellent. Let's switch the feet. So just step on over the other side, and then just you'll feel it a little bit differently in the lower back. And you can hang here. You could pendulum the arms. You could circle the arms, or just really let the back drop on every out breath. Just letting it go and letting it go. Just stay there for a little bit. Good. Let's come with the feet back together, right next to each other, big toes touching, ankles a little bit apart. With the hands on the shins, we're going to look up. As you breathe out, we forward fold. And then hands lower if you like, look up. And then on the out breath, we forward fold. Good, again, look up, pull the shoulders back, flat back, and we forward fold. Good, we look up again, and we forward fold. And we look up again, and we forward fold. Good, and let's come all the way up, reaching out into the sky. We're going to come down through the heart center. We'll push into the earth. We're going to circle back up, breathing in. Breathing out, forward folding. Again, fingers low. We're going to look up. We're going to forward fold. All the way back up, reaching out again, down through the heart. Push into the earth. We're going to circle back up. And we're going to do it on this one. So let's forward fold. And then we're going to step back to the top of push-up. And let's stay at the top of push-up. You are welcome to put the knees down if you like. But you can do that nice, tight belly and tight legs. And when you're ready, let's do our first little vinyasa bit. We're going to lower down in chaturanga. You can put the belly down if you like, and then we roll forward, up dog, tighten the legs, toes are pointed back, and then we tuck the toes, coming up with the hips. As we look at the feet, they're 2 fists apart. We're going to bend the right leg, push the opposite heel towards down, stepping a little bit back and forth in place. Nice and easy. And on the first one, if you want to take it easy, you can take it easy on all of them. You can skip the poses, take your time. But on this first one, I'm just going to walk up to the top of the mat, feet back together, fingers low. We're going to look up. Good. We're going to forward fold. And then let's come all the way back up, reaching out into the sky. Bring the hands down through the heart center again. We push into the earth. We're going to circle back up on the in-breath. We forward fold again, fingers low. We're going to look up. And then from here again, let's step back, top of push-up, tight everything. Lower down, up dog, legs tight, and then down dog, going up and back. So on this one, come up on the toes on the in-breath and down with the heels on the out-breath. And we're going to continue with that, up on the toes on the in-breath, down with the heels on the out-breath. Excellent. Keep breathing. I like to breathe in on the way up high on the toes and breathe out with the heels down. And then on this one, if you like, step like we did or hop to the top of the mat, feet back together, fingers low, with the hands in the shoes, we look up. We forward fold again. Let's come all the way back up, reaching out and up. Bring the hands down through the heart center. We'll push into the earth. We'll circle back up on the in-breath. Forward folding again, fingers low. We look up. We step back, top push up, belly and legs tight. We're going to lower down. Up dog, legs tight. And down dog, pulling up and back. Nice. Let's stay in down dog for some super long breathing. Just drawing the breath in, pushing the breath out, listening to the sound of the breath. Nice and strong. Excellent. So again, your choice to step or jump to the top of the mat. You look up, we forward fold, and then let's intertwine the fingers this time and come all the way up and turn the palms to the ceiling with the feet apart. Good. We're going to lean over to the right. And we're going to lean over to the left. Good, and back to center. Let's push the walls out. Let's just hold here, pulling the fingers back. I would try not to move the hips too much, and we're going to turn and look to the right. Hello, right? Keep breathing, drawing the breath in, lengthening to the crown of the head. The breathing is the one thing that's kind of hard for me to demonstrate because I'm talking through the poses, so I don't get a chance when I am breathing. I'm just trying to catch my breath because I'm talking so much. And then over to the other side. Let's get some of that breathing for me. We're going to draw the breath in, pushing the breath out, listening to the sound of the breath. Excellent. So feet together again, big toes touching, ankles a little bit apart. Utkatasana. We're going to bend the legs, reaching the arms straight up. Good. And then we are coming straight up and over, just like before, with the fingers low. We look up. We step back again to the top of a push-up. We're going to lower down, maybe hover. Up dog, legs tight. And down dog, pulling up and back. Let's do warrior one on the right. We're going to step the right foot about where the right wrist is. So we're over to the side and that back foot turns out flat. So we end up heel to heel and we're going to reach the arms straight up, right? Correct, rather. From here, those of you that want to, reach that left arm forward, trying to shift the shoulder so the chest is facing front of space. Good. Touch the ceiling again and hands back down, step back, top of push-up. We lower down, up dog, legs tight, and down dog. Let's do left side stepping warrior one. Right foot turns out. We want to be close to heel aligned. We're going to reach the arms back up. So this leg in the front, just extend that knee out till you can just barely see the toe, and that's about knee over ankle. Those of you that want to, reach that right arm forward, and we're just going to keep breathing. Excellent. Touch the ceiling, and please, hands back down, stepping back, top of push-up, lower down, up dog, and down dog. And very nice. Stay in down dog. You're looking at the knees or the navel so that the head is tucking a little bit. We don't need to adjust the feet, but we're pushing the heels in the direction of down. That way we can stretch. They don't have to get down. And then like before, it's always your choice to jump or to step to the top of the mat. Hands on the shins of the ground. We look up. We forward fold. Feet and knees together, sitting in chair and standing, arms all the way down. Let's do a few more of those. Sit in chair. Good. All the way up over again, forward fold. We look up. We step back, top push up again. We'll lower down, up dog, down dog. Right side again, warrior one. Please come on up and stay there. So in this here warrior one, again, heel to heel aligned. On this one, if you like, bring the hands together above your head, like in prayer to your ceiling. And then we're going to look up. Excellent. Hands back down again. Step back, top of push-up. We'll lower down, up dog, and down dog. Let's do left side, left foot stepping, right foot turns out. This is warrior one again. Squaring the shoulders forward. We bring the hands together above the head. Who can look up? What is the salute to the sun, the prayer to the sun? Surya Namaskara B. Excellent. Hands back down, step back, top of push-up. We'll lower down, up dog, and down dog. And great. We'll stay here, drawing the breath in through the nose, pushing the breath out, listening to the sound of the breath. Good. Step or jump, top of the mat. We look up. We forward fold. Feet and knees together, sitting in chair. Standing, shoulders back and down, tight core. Excellent. Let's do some more. Sit in chair. All right. Come all the way up and over forward folding. We look up. We step back, top of push-up again. We lower down, up dog, tight legs, and down dog. Warrior one again on the right. Right foot steps, left foot turns out. Arms up again in prayer above the head. If you want to arch back here, go ahead. Continue your deliberate breath. Very nice. Hands back down, stepping back, top of push-up. We lower down, up dog, down dog. Left side, please. Right foot turns out. Back up. Hands in prayer. Up to the universe. Maybe arching it back as you push into the outside edge of the back foot and maybe grip the mat with the big toe in the front. Excellent. Hands back down, step back, top of push-up. We lower down, up dog, and down dog. And very nice. Let's stay here. Good. Step hop, top of the mat. We look up. We forward fold. Feet and knees together, sitting in chair. Standing, arms down, shoulders back, tight core. One more with warrior number two. Sit in chair again. Great. All the way up over, forward folding. We look up. We step back again to the top of push-up. We're going to lower down. Up dog and down dog. Right side, warrior two. We're still stepping to the outside so that we can be heel to heel aligned. As an exaggerated view of that, you can see me at the end of the mat, the foot line through the foot to the back heel, arms out. We're going to take a few breaths here. The core is tight. The knee is over the ankle. Less is okay. We're rotating the outside edge of the back foot down. The shoulders are dropping as we hold everything in the core. Excellent. Cartwheel the hands top of the mat again. Step back, top of push-up. We lower down, up dog, down dog. Let's do left side stepping. Right foot turns out. You want to be on that heel to heel alignment. Good. Breathing here. We are attempting to rotate the right hip back, but you see it's pretty connected to the knee, so go easy. We're going to breathe here. All right, very nice. Cartwheel the hands again, top of the mat. Step back, top of push-up, tight core. Lower down, hover tight, up dog, legs tight, and down dog. Very nice. We're going to stay in down dog a little bit here, just breathing. Good. Step or jump, top of the mat. We look up. We forward fold. Feet and knees together, sitting in chair. So in chair, I had a long discussion with a private client about this, what day was it? I think it was Sunday. So it's a straight up. So if you come forward, you could get down. This is more like Pilates. It's okay, but Ashtanga yoga is a straight up. So it's a continuation of the prayer to the sun. So we're looking up to the hands in prayer, trying to make straight line, heel, hip, shoulder, fingers. Excellent. Let's stand. We'll take the feet apart about the distance of the shoulders and grab the elbows or prayer. And then let's hang down. And just really let your back drop. Let the crown of your head drop. And if you want to bounce, I would out breath. On the out breath, let the body drop down. And thank you all for joining us tonight. Let's just stay here, just letting the body drop. And if you want to quicken the breath so you can do a little bit of quicker bouncing. Let's out breath when the body drops down. Good. Let's come on all the way up and touch the ceiling. We're going to take the peace fingers, and I'll come in and give you a close-up. And we're going to come down and scoop under the big toe on both sides. It's okay if your legs are bent. So check it out. Here, toes pushing the fingers on the ground, elbows pulling out and away on both sides. The legs can be bent as much as you care to have them to make that happen. Good, back up. We touch the ceiling again and back down. Each hand under each foot from the front, so the toes are touching the crease in the wrist. Again, it's okay if you want to bend the legs a bit, even a lot if you care to. And we're going to breathe here. You can pull up on the feet some, lengthen the top of the head down. Breathing, of course. All right, please stand, shoulders back. So we'll be at the top of the mat, and we're going to start our standing series, which we'll do tonight with the pivoting. So we're going to take the left leg and step it back about the distance of, let me get back further, one of your legs. So both legs are straight, it's the base of triangle. But this foot in the front is pointing straight forward. This foot in the back is turned out like 90 or 45 up towards the front of the mat, but no more than 45. We're going to bring the arms out. We're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to reach out for triangle. You can have the right hand on the shin and the left arm straight up. You can have palms facing out and away. We want to try to stack the body as if the panes of glass are squeezing us into that one spot. The tradition is to look up at the reaching hand thumb. You can also look down. If you look down, you want to see your foot real clear, and that'll let you know that your head's not way out some other spot. You want to have it lined up so your nose is pointing right at your ankle. A couple more breaths here. Good, so we're going to come up, and we'll do this one kind of slow. We're going to pivot, so the foot in the front here is going to turn into 45 degrees or 90. The foot in the back, that left one, pointing straight out. We'll see if I got the space for this one. We're going to reach out, and we got triangle on the other side. Now we'll do this through all the standing poses. We'll have a lot of chances to get it perfect. And we're going to look up, breathing, looking up at the thumb, and you can have palms out. You can grab the big toe, but look down, see that foot real clear on that leg so that we're stacked up real small. Good, back up. So we're pivoting again. Left back foot turns into 45. Foot in the front turns straight out. Let's shorten the stance a little bit on this one. So we're going to reach the opposite hand forward. It's the left hand forward, so the right foot's out in front of us. Let's stay here for a moment, getting that long stretch. So options here. You always have the option to take it easy, which I might do. I'm going to put both hands on the shin for a moment. Then we're going to do Parivrtta Trikonasana, which is the twist of the pose that we just previously did. You could leave the the left hand on the right shin, and then just reach the other arm up, turning the shoulders. If you want more action, the back of the hand goes outside of the leg, grip the big toe into the mat in the front, and then that'll give you a little more force. I wouldn't force too much. Lengthen the tail to the crown of your head. Just a moment. And then let's come back up. We're going to pivot again. Right toes into 45, left toes out. Remember, we're going to reach out for a bit and stay there. Reaching way out, lengthening through the side. Good, and then Right hand down on the left shin or back of the hand outside. You could just keep the hands if you don't want to do the twist. And then if you want, reaching that other arm up, trying to get the twist of triangle, just a moment longer. Good. Back up. And of course, we pivot again. Back foot turns into 45. Front foot, which is the right, straight forward. Let's re-lengthen the stance, and we're going to do warrior two again. Let's just hold here a moment. Drawing the breath in, pushing the breath out, listening to the sound of the breath. Okay, center of the right forearm on the leg. I like to make a fist. You could splay the fingers, and then left arm straight up and over. You want to be able to look up and see the ceiling. So if your arm's in your face, you want to try to pull it back. Those of you that want to or have already, you're welcome to put the hand on the ground next to the foot. You want to look slightly forward to the reaching finger if you do that. I'm going to stay right here. We're going to breathe. Good. Let's come back up. We will need to straighten the leg in the front. We're going to turn the right toes into 45, left toes straight to the back. Let's hit warrior two again for a second. We'll take a couple of breaths here. And when you're ready, center of the left forearm on the left leg. You could splay the fingers, right arm up and over. Whatever you did on the other side, if you put the hand down, great. We're going to stay here and breathe. Good. Back up. We'll straighten that leg. We're going to pivot again. Left toes in, right toes out. Let's hit warrior two for another moment. We're going to take the right hand and turn the palm to face the ceiling. The left hand that's back behind us is going to come behind. Pull your core in so your spine doesn't move. You can grab your shirt, your pocket, or your leg. Keep the knee over the ankle and the core engaged, and we'll arch back looking up along the elbow to the ceiling, the sky, or whatever's up there. All big breathing. Good. Straight that leg that was in the front. Let's pivot again. Right toes in, left toes out. Warrior two to the opposite space. And then again, now we turn the left hand so the palm faces the sky. Right hand comes all the way around the back, grabbing the shirt, the pocket of the leg. Keep the knee over the ankle. Arch back. Look up along the elbow to the ceiling. And we breathe here. Good. Back up. Both toes pointing splayed out, slightly forward for the sun goddess. We will bend the legs and hold the ceiling. Shoulders over hips, core a little bit engaged, opening up through here as best we can. Breathing, sitting. Strong pose. Oh, shit, let's stand. Turn those feet so now the feet are going to run straight forward. So the feet are straight lines like the outside edges of your mat. We're going to reach straight up, touching the ceiling, and then straight down. So the arms, the hands will fall right underneath the shoulders. So we got, I mean, as best as you can, we'll try to get the fingertips down to the ground. That's fine. I know people like myself, that in itself is difficult. If you can walk those fingers back to they're almost on the line of the big toes, great. And you can also put the hands down. We bring the top of the head down towards the mat. You can bend the elbows back through your legs. And then we'll just breathe here a little bit and listen to the sound of the breath. Good. Let's come back up. We're going to reach out to the ends of the fingers. We turn the thumbs down, bring the hands behind the tail. We're going to intertwine the fingers back there. I'll come up and show you a close view in a second. Push the palms together if your upper back is bothering you. Otherwise, they can be a bit apart. And we're going to come forward folding. And the hands come way up off the back or a little bit up off the back, whatever your body allows. And the fingers are like this behind your back. But like I said, I like to push the palms together if possible. And just find your fit space in your breath and lift the toes for a moment. So they're super light. Put them down. And then let's come back up and we're going to touch the ceiling way up with the hands. And then we're going to come down, lots of options. You grab the shins, grab the ankles, grab the big toes with the peace fingers if you like. Pull the elbows away from the ears. Keep the legs straight. So if you got to bend the legs to get your toes, just hold the shins. Really drop the top of your head and the whole back down. And we'll breathe again and more. Good. Stay down low. Let's bring both hands over to the right shin. We'll bring the nose towards the knee. We're going to rotate the left shoulder down, under, and through. Excellent. Let's go over to the other side. We'll rotate the right shoulder down, under, and through. Excellent. And let's stand. You can move the feet around a little bit. So we are going to stand heavy on the left foot and reach the arms all the way out. And with these arms out, we're going to lift the right foot off the ground, and we are going to come forward somewhat close. Well, maybe some of you will make a capital letter T with your body. Maybe some of us won't. Take your time. Find your breath and your space in warrior number 3. Those of you that want to do Ardha Chandrasana can put the left hand down and the right arm up. Great. Let's stand. Step it out a little bit. Ooh, that gave me a head rush. Let's reach the arms out again. Heavy right foot. And we lift now the left. So hopefully that's the opposite for all of us. Trying to make that capital letter T. Whoa, looking at the screen does not help. We're going to breathe. Those of you that want, put that right hand down and the left arm up, Ardha Chandrasana. Lots of straight lines, lots of breathing. All right, let's stand again, step it out. We're going to stand on the left foot again. We're going to do tree, but I'm going to come closer so you can see. We're going to take the right leg, and I like to grab the ankle, and then if I'm going to do the lock, put it up there like that. You can have hands to heart or all the way up. But another great way to do this is out in the front. So we're trying to flatten out, keeping the hip in place and the knee as if the panes of glass are coming the opposite direction now. And we're going to stay here, breathing. If you fix your gaze on one spot that isn't going to move, it'll help you balance. Let's lift that right leg so it's the knee's pointing straight forward. Take the opposite hand, the left, and grab the right knee. Other hand can go on the hip and you can stay right here. You could reach back, twisting a little bit. You could look back in that reaching back. You could take the peace fingers and grab the big toe and extend that leg straight forward, or right here. Let's just stand on one foot breathing. Stand tall. Excellent. Let it out, step it out. So we'll do tree on the other side. So if you like, again, you can just grab the foot and pull it up there, or out in the front, hands to the heart, or all the way up. I'm going to do this side like this. Find your space. Don't overdo it. Take your time. Excellent. Leg out in front. Opposite hand comes all the way over and grabs the knee, other hand on the hip. You could stay here. You could reach back. You could look back. You could extend the leg. Stand up tall if you can. Excellent. Let's do my favorite pose, the squat. Feet are about the distance, a little, well, for me, a little beyond the hips. Oh, come down. I'm going to push the elbows against the knees and lengthen up the tail to the crown of the head. And we'll take a few breaths here. If you want to do crow, do crow. If you want to do headstand, do headstand. A tripod comes easily out of there. I'm just going to hang here tonight for myself. We'll take a nice long breathing exercise here, just drawing the breath in, pushing the breath out. Excellent. So I took my carpet out, but so if your knees are sensitive, which mine can be a little bit, you'll have to pick up the middle of the mat and then refold it. So you got a cushion there. Put your knees there. We're going to do cat-cow. Knees are 2 fists apart. Shoulders over the wrists, middle finger straight forward. We're going to let the belly drop down as we look up to the third eye. As we breathe out, we arch the back. And we're moving with the breath. In breath when the belly drops down. Out breath when we arch the back. And let's come back to center. We're going to look over the right shoulder and see the tail. And then over to the left shoulder, see the other tail. Woof. And back to center. Let's step the right foot top of the mat. We'll reach the arms up like a big funnel. You could step that right foot a little further if you like. You see I'm keeping the knee over the ankle. I think that's kind of important so the foot could come forward. We're going to stay here. Let the hips hang down as the arms reach up, and let's breathe. Drawing the breath in, pushing the breath out. We're going to take the left arm on the opposite side of the leg that's in the front. Swing that elbow outside the leg. Don't let the leg move. Hands in prayer pulling towards the chest. We'll turn the fingers up towards your face. You could stay here. You could roll back on the ball of the back foot. You could keep the knee down. We're going to breathe. Good. Let's put those hands back down. Step that right knee back and let's do the left side. We'll step the left foot top of the mat. New perspective. Arms up, knee over ankle, feeling that stretch through the quad, letting the hips hang down, breathing. Good. Right elbow outside of the knee. Hands in prayer, pull in towards the chest, turn the fingers up towards your face. Again, those of you that want to, straight the back leg on the ball of the foot. Otherwise, right here. I like sometimes to look at the foot in front of me, right here down at the ground, but you could look to the ceiling where your elbow is pointing. Let's breathe here. Good. So if you rolled up your mat, let's unroll it because we will not be on the knees anymore. We're going to step all the way back to the top of push-up. We're going to pigeon. So from the top of push-up, we're going to lower down, maybe hover, up dog, legs tight, down dog, pointing up and back. Let's point the right foot up the back wall. And we won't be too long. If you want to bend that leg and point the knee up, keep the right armpit down and throw now that shin top of the mat. So you see my knee is slightly outside where the ribs are going to be. The foot is pointing out the other side. The shin can come more forward, but go easy. And you could arch back and then hands down, forearms down, or you can even put the arms out and put your forehead on the ground. And we'll breathe here, just drawing the breath in, pushing the breath out. Never be afraid to take it easy. Always do the breath. Find your space. Listen to your body. Alrighty. Hands back down. We'll step back. If you want to, shake the right leg out. Good. Top of push-up again. We're going to lower down. Up dog. Down dog. Let's point the left foot up over the back wall. And again, those of you that want to bend that leg, keep the armpit down though. And let's throw that shin up. You can now see the knees outside the other ribs, the foot's pointing out. Shin can come more forward, but not for me, maybe for you. We look up, hands down, forearms down, forehead down, face down. Take your time and breathe. Good. Again, one more time, hands down. Let's step back. You could shake that leg if you like. One more of these vinyasas. We're going to lower down, hover if you like, up dog and down dog. And then let's jump to a seated position. And you can have the legs straight out in front because we're going to do a dynamic forward folding, which we often do on Mondays. So simply breathe in as we reach up, breathe out as we forward fold. And then up again, breathing in and back down again, over and over. With the breath, please. On the out breath, we fold down. Ten more seconds. Good. Touch the ceiling. We're going to reverse plank. So we're going to we want the fingers pointing towards the feet, but back behind us. So as we lay back, the wrists are under the shoulders, but thumbs are pointing towards each other or towards your tail. We're going to point the toes, lift up, look at the ceiling. Don't let the head fall off. Good. And let's come back down. We are going to bend the right leg and hug it in there kind of close. We're going to take the opposite arm, the left arm, and grab the right leg. The right hand goes 6 inches out behind your tail, and you gently pull. You can pull the shoulder back with a little bit of force, but we gently look back. Those of you that want to, elbow outside the leg, sitting up tall. You can push the elbow a little bit. You can extend the arm. Some of you might wrap around. Excuse me, let's breathe here. Excellent. Let's do the other side. Right leg out, left foot in, right arm grabs that leg, remaining hand, it's the left one's behind you. And then we look back. And by the way, look back at the wall. Try not to look at your floor. And you could again bring the elbow to the outside. Try to have a straight spine to the crown of the head. And let's breathe. Good. Back around. We're going to be on the tailbone. If you want to flip your mat in half underneath the tail, for me, I find that useful. We're going to have both legs bent like so. We bring the arms underneath those bent legs and roll back onto the tail. You could stay here. You could let go. You could straighten the legs, hands in prayer to the toes or to the third eye. And don't forget, bend the legs if you want. That's a little easier. We're going to stay here breathing. So I'm going to face forward on the first one. Cross the legs and then come with the arms out in front. Sit up tall, shoulders back and down. And this is 1 of 5, and here comes number 2 of 5. So let's come back up. Breathing. And cross the legs again. So watch my back. See that straight line up there? That's where we want to go. Shoulders are pulling back and down. Top of the head is reaching straight up. This is number 3, back up. Cross the legs, sit up tall, shoulders way down. Good. Number 4, back up. Cross the legs, sit up tall. Final 5, back up. 5th, last. Excellent. Hug the knees into your chest, and then we are going to lie back. Once you lie back, you can grab those shins and pull them down and bring your nose up towards your knees. And then with the feet and knees 2 fists apart, we're going to put the feet down. Longest finger can almost touch the heel, but not quite. A little bit further out. We're going to do bridge, lifting the hips up. As we lift the hips, tuck one shoulder then the other. Interlace the fingers again, push the arms down. Those of you that want to do supported are welcome to. Those of you that want to do Urdhva Dhanurasana are welcome to, probably already doing it. Let's breathe here. Good. Come on back down. We're going to bring the knees into the chest, and we're going to just do plow kind of as a conversion pose. So we want to kick up and over with the hands on the back. Got my couch. Thumbs in the front, fingers pointing towards the spine. See, this is a good place to try to bring those elbows in about the distance of your shoulders, and then lift the feet straight up for shoulder stand. You see my feet? They're more out a little bit over the elbows. That's better so it's not pushing on the back of your head too much. Unless you're flexible enough to go straight up without the head getting too much weight on it. You can also bend at the waist a little bit like this to make it easier. For me, my personal preference is right here, and we're going to breathe. Think about letting your internal organs drop down a little bit. Good. Bend the legs. Reach back. Grab the soles of your feet and lower yourself into dead bug. In dead bug, the head's supposed to be down. I was looking at the camera. Knees in the armpits, and you can stay still or you can rock around. You can see the dead bug in the shadows on my back wall. Excellent. Bring the knees into the chest again. And we're going to bring the arms out like a T. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, let the knees fall over to the right. As you look to the left, you could take your right hand and push those knees down and together. Continue breathing if you can. Yes, you can. Just continue breathing. Good. Let's come back up and then over to the other side. Now the left hand can push the knees down as we look out to the right reaching hand. You breathe here. Good. Back to center. Hug the knees into the chest and roll yourself up to a seated position. So we're going to end with about 4 or 5 minutes of meditation. I like the mat rolled up to sit on. It has really changed my meditation practice for the better. I removed my rug tonight, so I have the hard floor, so I leave the tail so that when I sit on the mat, my ankles aren't on the hard floor. So from here, you sit on the raised up part, you turn the feet in. If you want to do lotus, that's fine. I do half lotus because it's easy to me. It always has been. It's nothing I would ever force. I find the lotus stuff, if it's not easy, it could be harsh on your knees. Let's intertwine the fingers again with the thumbs touching and put the hands down in the lap. Pull the shoulders back. Let the chin hang slightly to the chest. Become aware of become aware of the breath rising and falling in the body naturally, at least as a start. If that's not enough to keep you occupied, you can breathe the the breath like we did in the class. That's totally awesome. Great way to get yourself focused and centered. If you need more to get your mind in line, you can count the breath that you're breathing. And when you get to 11, I'll go ahead and start over. We're going to stay here for a few minutes. So just with your eyes gently closed, we stay here breathing. Okay, we're going to try a digital ohm. So I am going to unmute everybody. You don't have to participate if you don't want to. It's all good. But everybody is unmuted. Let's take a breath in and then just breathe it out. Then in, we're going to ohm on this one. Oh. Two more. Breathe in. Oh. You're living your dream. Don't miss it. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you,
Thank you, Daniel.
Namaste.
It's danielberger.com.
Namaste.
Venmo or my PayPal.
Woo.
So right on the website, there's links to the Venmo and the PayPal. And thank you all for the donations. So and that's it. I very much appreciated. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7. Thank you for joining us. Great to see you all, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you.
Woohoo.
Woohoo! Namaste.